How are we doing, guys? I am back. I think it's time for a cheeky bit more NUEL CSGO. And after some, very, very cheeky plays last week. The running at someone while you have a pistol and they're on 2 health whilst trying to knife them plays. And unbelievable form of some of the players on Trent. We'll see how they get on tonight and see if they can carry that momentum into this week. I did notice I have been doing a little bit of, well, I would call it research. I've been I watched a bit of the Face It League. I watched I looked at some, because there was a patch for the economy, I believe. So some of the economy has changed. So I've been done a little bit of I'm looking into that, and there's some really interesting stuff. Apparently the main thing is the change to the cost of the AUG, and apparently that's nerfed a load of people. Well, not a load of people. It's nerfed. It's nerfed some people who were picking it up when it was costing a bit less. So we'll see if that changes anything. I did notice, and again I brought this up the last couple of times I'd casted, that I noticed that people were buying more scope rifles, and I asked my brother about it, and he said, "Oh, there's a bit of a change the cost to change the damage." So interesting that they've ended up putting it back to how it was, but you try things when you're trying to balance a game. It's always difficult, so can't always get it right. But yeah, so I actually went and had a look at some stats. So let me just bring this, see if I can bring this up. Apparently it means that because I have been told, at least this is what I will say, is that Astralis is basically a nerf to Astralis because they're really, really good at the minute. I haven't really watched enough competitive CSGO to know who's good and who's not, but I will catch up at some point and find out. But yeah, apparently it's just a nerf to Astralis, which is kind of cool, I guess, if they're trying to. Well, I say kind of cool. It's kind of cool because it makes the whole thing more competitive, and it's kind of bad if it means that you're specifically targeting one team. I can't imagine that's how it is. But basically, it's like insurance for the CTs, so they end up with more money basically if they try and go for it. There's a bit of you can be a bit more aggressive, I guess, and know that you're gonna still be able to buy guns and still be able to have a bit of money to play with, even if you completely get wiped. And they've buffed the M4, so it's more not an option, but more of an option certainly than it was previously. I know everyone sort of values the AK way higher than the M4 because of the raw damage, but yeah, I suppose it's it gives the CTs a nice option. It's a little read through. Oh, and they reduced the cost of the sawn-off as well. I mean, the sawn-off is my favourite gun. I love to just I love to run at people with the sawn-off and just pop. So reduced price of the sawn-off. That's I love a bit of that. Single shell shotguns in the middle of their reload sequence no longer automatically continue to reload after you holster them. Oh, so you can't tactical reload like you can in Metal Gear Solid when you're halfway through a sequence and then swap your gun out and swap it back. I think that's fair. That kind of makes sense. Oh, and flashbang assists as well. So you can flash people and actually get some value for it. You don't feel like you didn't do anything. So that's nice. Round loss bonuses are now based on the count of a team's round losses. The count increases by 1 after every loss and decreases by 1 after every win. Right, so it's like a running counter, and now instead it reduces the loss by 1. So you've got to actually go on a streak of winning rounds before it actually makes a difference to your economy. So that's kind of good. It means, yeah, this is what I was saying earlier about if you just decide, you know what, yeah, we're going to go for it this round because you've got money to buy and you lose. Oh well, you know, never mind. I think it encourages teams to go for it a lot more, which I think is exactly what you want to do. You don't want teams to like play really safe and back away and like faff about. You want them to go for it. So, you know, yeah, I think that's a positive change. I really do want to see a knife kill this week because yeah, I really want to see a knife kill this week because we got so tantalisingly close to one last week, and I'm going to extend the whole keyring giveaway because we've struggled to even meet the criteria to give one away so far. So any ace, and it's the player that gets the ace is an ace hole, and you win yourself a keyring. And then, in honour of the great Give Me the Loot, we will have anyone who scores a knife. If anyone gets a knife kill, if you put War Eagle in a chat, you'll win yourself a keyring. Oh dear. Of course, in true uni fashion, most players don't turn up on time because, you know, where's the fun in that? But I didn't actually mention who it was they were playing against, but as always, the the teams that go against Trent never seem to bother updating their team name, so you never actually get to find out unless I find out from the boys playing. So. I'm sure someone will kindly advise me. See if I can find out. Oh, they actually told me in the they actually told me when they gave me the link to get into the they gave me the link to get into the game. It was Uni of Lincoln. Yeah, so it's Lincoln versus NTU. But we still have no idea where they are, so I'm sure they'll make it at some point. In the meantime, we get to watch them faffing about, and you know, that's where the real fun is. Juan Dig. Two Dig. Several Digs. sorry, I need to correct myself. I said it was said it was Uni of Lincoln. Apparently, it's the Uni of Lincoln Rejects. That's what they've called their team. So. Here we go, we'll get there eventually. Got a raging nerd. My bloody students can't be on time. Anyone will think they've got work to do. I hope that quite obviously sarcasm is well intended, because there have been in the past previous incidents of well, warnings about BM in certain, well, in previous NUEL games there has been a little bit of BM, and oh, okay. I mean, they do need to. I'm gonna kick Bear if this kid doesn't change blower soon. Okay. Can I? Oh, I can. Why you have to be mad? This only game. I mean, they want to get here relatively soon because it is only a 10-minute like wait time. They're only supposed to wait 10 minutes before they give the game, and that would be disappointing, wouldn't it?
Oh, Yellow, could you move over, please?
Drakan.
I do like that it gives you the all chat in Go TV as well. It's kind of nice.
Drakan, do you want to go join your team now they're all here?
I mean, maybe he just wants to join Trent. Maybe he just wishes he wasn't at Lincoln and wishes he was at Trent. I wouldn't want to go to Lincoln. Oh my god, the nuclear waste Negev, the best Negev. I mean, the nuclear waste Negev is the best Negev, and anyone who argues is wrong. And the ever classic sign of impatience, people firing their guns in particular rhythms. It does impress me that they can, start 10 minutes late and still get games actually done. The amount of dicking around that goes into organising these games is a bit silly, really. Well, would you look at that? We get a map that I actually know this week. I don't have to say over there. Well, they even gave me team news that I could have led with in my intro spiel, and I missed it out completely. I'll get there. One of these days I'll get there. Oh, well, he finally managed to join the right team. So we might actually, after just 11 minutes of waiting, get to see some CS:GO this evening. There we go.
Always one. And we've all readied up and there's someone on the wrong team. So.
Okay, and they have a classic knife in the chat. We're good to go. Where is Gmail going? Oh, okay, he's going the highway. I mean, it's a bold Tragicon. Oh, he's tried the cheeky jump back and stab. Rip. A good effort, and always like a very cheeky last round. There we go then. And again, spam bot live. Giraffe peeked me in and looks like a 3-man push through A main. Then get out. There's only one person on site, so they just need to be careful of the man on quad. The man on the highway. There's a man out of quad. Does bring down Neon Cat, but Ketsi and Drakon go down for it, and Josh in a great position near truck, and even spots out the man coming over. So he's in forklift from there near truck. Great headshot from Josh. And Yami well positioned in quad and moves around, just narrowly misses and ends up getting himself killed for the near miss. Tries don't fake. Josh takes out Clem as he fakes the disarm and not Clem, sorry. Just leaves Clem. And then nice free headshot from Josh and
Total domination.
it's a big round from Josh that. 4 kills on him and only Yami taking one off him, and at least that means he gets to buy himself an AK. You see a scout picked up on draft pick as well. Oh, we have a Mac 10. Best weapon in the game. Low move. Squeaky from Yami and unlucky not to spot the man on catwalk. And that boost looks like Giraffe Pig did manage to get some damage out of it to Corpin, and yeah, Yami finish him off with that AK. Flash now coming into A main and Trent make their move. They're running at 3 people though. And there comes the power of the Mac 10 just running out, and need to be careful of the man in smoke. So low. Neon Cat takes his nice high position. Gmail cleans up the nerd. And so we just have Clem, and well, looks like he's quite happy to just sit in B and, well, save a pistol. They're really close to him. They don't want to push out too far just in case they just run into him and just give him a free kill, give him a free weapon. Oh, don't give away a weapon, but they did give away the kill. Looks like Gmail, who was quite low to be fair. They do pick him up. So he gets a little bit of money, but does lose his life for it. Giraffe Pig sticking with that scout. Again, he's going to move towards me. Does still have the bomb though, so oh, there he leaves behind. Again, that peek into mid gets punished by Josh in his boost position. Yeah, and here comes the movement again into A main. Get a 4v2 if they're quick here. Perfect grenade from Drakon. He'll flash himself on the side. Needs to be careful of the man in quad. Gets brought down by that M4. Taken down through the wall. They knew he was there, so Giraffe Pig having to take that long rotation with the bomb and see if he can work himself a pick onto B and get the bomb down. Like he may well take the route through vent, possibly going to double back onto. Yeah, it looks like he might double back onto highway. If he goes for this, there's no one there. He's going to run it. Oh, and if he's got to get out onto that site quick, he does get spotted. Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky there. I feel as if he had felt like he had to check those corners and make sure he had the time to get onto site, and if he'd just gone for it, he might have been out of the way. I'm trying to rush this with 4 Deegs. They don't know that 1 Deeg is all you need. We'll go over onto Josh. We'll take up that boost position, and yeah, shows that how prudent the draft pick was to be able to save that money to pick up that ult. Flash behind him and tries to work out into B main, but doesn't get a decent sight, and grenade there just forcing them back out of that. Raging Nerd looks, like I say, picked up Gmail on the way out of B main, and they're gonna try this big boost, and Yami they were watching it. Yeah, now they get that up into the boost position. Get some sight on someone, maybe trying to peek out of mid. Or looks like Lincoln's just going to play sights though, and Yami and Giraffe are a long way up. He's going to go for the jump, takes a shot at truck and gets punished for it. And now Neon Cat out onto site, has the bomb, goes for the plant and doesn't know if there's a man watching. Corkin tries to rush him down and gets picked by Yami, waiting in that quad again. To clutch this out. Very unlucky for Yami there, and he might not have the time to go for this if he doesn't have a kit. Just about has the time. We should get a cheeky replay if this replay is working. Looks like it's just going to be an eco from Trent here. Punished by the AWP. And the grenades hit someone. 1D. Considering what they spent, I'm not sure Trent will consider that value, but can now get a proper buy into this round, so have a much better chance of taking this one than the eco. And again, they're going to put Josh in boost. Cleverly, Lincoln fire that off. Goes to the flick, but not quite there. Look, there's our first little flash assist. Here comes the movement. Josh not quick enough with that flick. Yeah, we're on his own having to go for this clutch. Shut down by the Raging Nerd. And double AWP set up onto the Lincoln side, so very defensive, but perhaps opens up to the rush a little. Here comes Trent's move onto the site. Yami there to bring down Drakon, but gets punished by that AWP coming up through highway. Trent now onto site, but needs cover to get this bomb down, and Neon Cat takes that high position with the Mac. He's all going to come from, well, by CT ramp and one from highway. And with decent position to cover this, Gmail gets Kobe'd. You can't handle the Mac. Josh shuts it down.
Total domination.
If I can get my replays working, cool. Let's go for that. 3-1. I've got a scout and a Mac 10 here, so oh, sorry, a scout and a AWP, so getting rid of that Mac 10, sad reacts only. He's looking for this box peak quite regularly. Oh look, there's the replay. Josh is patient, he's going to get one here. I want to get smoked off when the man goes for it. There's a movement high. Well, this is a really good position from Gmail here. The move now does come out to be there's a man on site, and the Raging Nerd shuts them down. And now the fire comes out to stop the cross. Let's run him down with a pistol, but nothing. And Gmail will have to pick up the pieces after Raging Nerd just shuts this down. No ace for you. Again, a lot of patience from Trent. Ketsy just runs into Josh. Oh, and dropping, unlucky to get peeked at like that. Quick headshot from Josh, grabs that AWP and now looks to try and defend this A site as they move into it. Immediately looks to cover truck, and there's at least one person moving towards there, so option for a kill there. Looks like it could be one too easy for him. It could even be one moving up highway now, and immediately looks to move there. Goes for the flick, and there's right too easy for the CZ, but G-Mill shut it out.
Domination.
And again, Link can fire off the boost. And try to take the truck peak as well. This is a very, very cheeky boost. Might even pay off here. Oh, he sees the gun. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage from those grenades and spray going into Squeaky, so needs to be careful here. Now comes the move into A main. Back into the forklift. Neon Cat shut out from that quad. Now they need to make the move. G-Mill coming in, has the flash. Gonna try and smoke it out first instead. Space to move. Drakon just full flashed and stood and watched. Empties a whole clip of that CZ and still can't quite shut it down. Again, they go for this backup boost. Oh, she has the movement through Ed and even spots the crossover, so I now know that they've got at least, well, 2 and now coming to 3 and 4, and Josh goes, oh, okay, well, we head towards B then. Yeah, boxed into a corner. There was not much he could really do there. Yami just sat in the smoke and hoping to catch a rotation, but everyone coming through the back of the site throws the shotgun at him, and Josh left to hold this on his own. And just rushed down. And again, this nice boost. I'm trying to take that peak without having to go into boost. Josh finally gets the peak into boost he's been looking for, and I'm not watching. Jimmy with a quick double. Now forces a 2-on-1 and need to get that bomb and make a choice about site, because Draken's left with, well, 2 sites to defend and only 1 man to do it. Unfortunately, the spray gives him away, and Yami cleans him up. Last round, spend it if you got it. Good smoke from Giraffe Pig to shaft that rush out of B site. Stacked up now, moving into A main. Looks like Giraffe Pig got rushed down from his position, so I know there's no fake coming to B now. And Yami brought solo, has that AWP, and headshot from the CZ to clear the site up. There come Lincoln, Neon Cat from that high position gets taken out. Josh could have played quad with this AWP and try and look to toxic, but Yami's got the cover. I was almost get the man with the wall bang. Not enough not enough damage out of them for Gmail to keep this cleaned up, and here comes the defusal. Let's move towards A, and the site is free for Lincoln to move on to. No one on site for Trenton. Josh there just to spot out some of the movement out of mid, but now has his team with him, and the Grenade is perfect in Italian main to hold them there. Turn it to a 5v3, and they have side control as well. 2 people on quad, and Yami brings them both low, but lots of kills going towards Lincoln, and Yami now left on his own. Can't quite bring them down. Yami brought down by this rush. Jimmy in a very cheeky position to get two quick ones before Lincoln can rush onto the site, and now Josh with his scout going to try and pick from heaven and counter pick by the scout, and now Giraffe Pig left on his own to try and hold from generator, and Lincoln close it out. Kobe. Neon Cat shut down in that box boost, and Giraffe Pig now taking his chance to try and force the man and boost back, but Ketsy just cleans him up. Yami tries to close off that movement into B main, but loses his life and now has to rely on his teammates to close that out. Josh using that AEG scope to bring down the man holding Garage, so does even this up a little. And Lincoln make their move on to B. Josh is here, Heaven gets his preferred route gets fired off, and has to try and take a look through CT. And another smoke to close off the site, so in a slow play it does spot that flash going out and sprays him, but Neon Cat loses his life, and then flash, well, ever so slightly flashed. Raging Nerd gets another one. Tries to pick that kill with a scout and gets himself pipped back as the person makes his own way back up at a boost, but does finish him off there with that scout, so does at least get one pick and gets in and shuts down Neon Cat. Giraffe Pig spots his man on forklift. The smoke just Cleans the fire up and doesn't quite get it. Just about cleans him up. And almost lost it in there. The flash is there. Giraffe Pig does get a little bit of damage out of the man in quad, but now the fire covering over the rush. And Yami that finish him off, and he takes out the Raging Nerd. Quick headshot. Tries the D to shut down Corpin, but unlucky not to get anything there. It's going to be a bit of a jumble sale for Trent here. They don't really have the money to buy. Oh, and Yami just absolutely destroyed by Clem as that smoke doesn't come out quick enough. Gosh, how this dude getting, well, brutalised by that warp into garage. Oh, there is a little bit of a little bit of BM in the afters. Bit of a shame to see that. So perhaps a little bit unlucky and a little bit lacking the slow start from Trent, should we say? You know, it looked like they were trying to stay in the game. What the first 10 rounds or so, I think they did quite well, but they you know, they struggled to really get going in that game. And I think I think Lincoln punished that quite well by being a little more switched on, a little more up for everything. So yeah, perhaps need to really get into it. They sort of almost didn't seem to quite know where they were going in those first couple of rounds. I think they were a bit stuck in trying to do the same things and getting the result. I'm actually going to leave it there, guys, because I'm really struggling with my voice a little bit. So we'll just do the one game tonight. But I'll pop this on YouTube as of it'll be tomorrow about 7 o'clock-ish. So that will be available to watch. I'm really sorry not to do the other one, but I'll say I'm really kind of struggling, so we'll leave it there, and I will catch you guys next week.